Good morning, everybody. This is Jake from Jake Sports Takes. How is everybody doing? Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. Um, Glad you guys have been following me on Instagram. I've seen you got a lot of new uh, views on my previous videos. I love it. I want to thank you guys for doing so well. Everybody, like I said, happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope you guys are enjoying your day. I know it's a little bit later than I usually post. Usually post in the early in the morning, but I've been a little bit busy doing some stuff. Today on Jake Sports Takes, Team USA versus Team Venezuela in the World Baseball Classic final tonight starting at 7 on Fox. Um, my Noah McLean will be going for the United States. Probably will be a bullpen game, but I think Harang, the United States has been kind of slumping, but their pitching is done. Their bullpen pitching is done pretty good. I'm picking the United States to win. I think Venezuela might be getting a little too big for their britches, but we'll see. They have a lot of big wins against some big countries, but we'll see what happens tonight. My pick's the United States, of course. Team USA, Captain America. Hey, it's good. We do have actually some breaking news that just broke not more than a half an hour ago. Jalen Waddle has been traded to the Denver Broncos from Miami for first and a fourth round pick, or third and a fourth round pick, I believe it is. Or Miami will get the 30th overall pick and a third and fourth for this year in the draft. So that was a nice pickup by Denver. They did have to waste a first round pick, but I think it's going to be worth it to help him pair up with Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton and Tim Patrick and some of those receivers. I think that was a good move for them. Miami is retooling. I do believe it. It was necessary and they did their job. So we get the NCAA tournament. First four begins tonight. There are two games. The UMBC will play Howard. This game, I believe, will be the winner of this game will play Michigan. This will be on True TV. And then Texas versus NC State will play as well. That's at, I believe, 7:30 or so on True TV as well. It's tough to say. Now, if I'm gonna make a prediction tonight, the first four is a good thing. I do believe it is. They gotta have some teams who they know got toasted for the NCAA tournament, and I believe it is right to put some new teams in, some fresh teams in there. Some of them don't deserve it. Now, this is just opinionated, but I do believe it's right. Anyway, I'm going to say I think the NCAA tournament has done a pretty decent job. There's a couple things I disagree with, but Bruce Pearl going out and being biased, saying a 16-loss Auburn team deserves to be in over Miami, Ohio, and VCU and a couple other teams is definitely incorrect. Auburn should not have been in. I don't care about quad one wins. I just think that he's going a little biased. I think whoever he's working for, I think it's CBS, needs to put their foot down and get rid of him off of that network, because it's a little ridiculous. That's uncalled for. Somebody like Jason J. Williams on ESPN has been, even his alma mater has been a little hypocritical of Duke. It's a little bit disrespectful to some of the schools who do deserve it. Miami of Ohio, I believe, deserve to be in, even though they're a first four, but they deserve to be in. Miami was 31-1. You can't take out a 31-1 team over a freaking 16-loss team. I would rather have Texas, SMU, NC State over a 16-loss Auburn team. I don't care how deep your conference is. How many close losses you have, how many close wins you have, I don't care. If you're 31-1, even in the soft conference, you deserve to be in the tournament. But that's my opinion. The NCAA tournament is a little bit up and down, but I am going to make my Final Four predictions right here, right now. While I'm doing this podcast, I will also give a Stump the Snake trivia question. And I will give you also some links to watch this video, so you can follow me. If you don't follow me on Instagram, if you do, I'll give you the link, and you can maybe put a comment down on the see if you can answer the question, and I will give that to you in a minute. My Final Four predictions: I got Duke out of the East. I got Michigan out of the Midwest. It's hard to go against them. I'm going to take... Honestly, I'm going to take Houston out of the South. I think Houston's a better team than Florida, but I think Houston toasted themselves by losing. I'm going to take Houston out of the South, and out of the West, I think it's going to be Arizona. I think it's going to be Arizona and Duke, with Duke winning it. I think with the return of Patrick Youngbutt, it's going to help big time. I mean, they had a really good matchup. I don't think Caleb Foster will play in the NCAA tournament, but I do think it'll be tight. A lot of people are saying Duke's region's the hardest region, and I agree. 32 combined national championships in that entire region bracket. I can see why, and I understand Duke is going to have a little bit of trouble, but Cameron Boozer has been a beast. Getting Youngbutt back is going to help. Caden Boozer stepped up off the bench. I mean, they've got the depth, and they can do it. Isaiah Evans, if they get Caleb Foster back, that could be very helpful. I mean, they've been very good this year. This is basically their first time they have had an injury issue. But we will see. 3 NCAA before you finish filling out your bracket, I believe Thursday is the first game of the actual NCAA tournament. And if you're curious, the first 4 games will be played in Dayton, Ohio. They usually are. Like I said, True TV, check that out if you want to watch it. If you want to watch the World Baseball Classic, that'll be airing on Fox. The 3 NCAA tournament games that I could potentially see upsets. The number 11 seeded VCU, I believe VCU, once again, could play spoilers again. They could definitely do some damage. Over UNC, I think UNC's a little bit overrated. Caleb Wilson out for the year. And UNC may have gotten credited because of how prestigious they are. I can see the South Florida Bulls upsetting the Louisville Cardinals in another 11-6 matchup. I mean, doesn't seem like it is, but it really is. I think they can do some severe damage. Potentially do some severe damage out of the American Athletic Conference. And my third one, a lot of people may be a little upset about this, especially if they're from Nebraska. But the Troy Trojans over in Nebraska. Nebraska isn't surprising people, but I just don't know if they're built because they're inexperienced. Fred Hoiberg's a very good coach, but I don't know if they can do it. can win some NCAA tournament games and advance that far. I mean, I picked Troy in my brackets to win this game, but it wouldn't surprise me if Nebraska maybe gets to the Sweet 16, but that's about as far as I can see them going. So we'll see. I don't watch really the women's game. UConn, the number one overall seed, that's just, it's probably academic that it's going to be UConn and South Carolina for the national title. It's probably academic, but we'll see what happens coming into the women's game. Before I sign off, like I said, I'm going to set up this Stump the Snake trivia show. Just, it's a format of Stump the Schwab. If anybody has gone back into the archives and watched that on YouTube, you should check it out and see what it's all about. But this would be a interesting question. Name the first four teams to advance to at least the Elite Eight or the Final Four out of the first four games. The first four games, who advanced to at least the Elite Eight or the Final Four? There were two teams that did it. One did it in 2011 and one did it in 2021. I want you to drop a comment on who those teams were. Drop it in the comments on my Instagram page. My Instagram is at Duke Nats Texans Fan 11 on YouTube, on Instagram, at Jake Sports Takes on YouTube. Follow me. Post questions, comments, anything. Like the page, watch the video. Everybody have a great safe St. Patrick's Day. Don't drink too much. Everybody have a great day. Peace out, my nerds, and hugs and hand pounds, everybody. Love you guys. Thanks for subscribing and following. Thank you very much. Have a great day, guys. Love you. And go Team USA. Thanks, guys.